Continue our post-game press conference for Game 2 of the Long Beach Super Regional was Cal State Fullerton head coach Rick Vanderhook and Cal State Fullerton student athletes John Gavin, Sean Hutchins, and Timmy Richards.
Chris Hutchins. That was a good game for us. I thought we swung the bats well. We came out with a plan to be aggressive on him because he throws a lot of strikes. Only had 10 walks coming in, and just put good swings on it and hit some balls where they weren't. He helped us a little bit early by putting 2 guys on base on the first 2 pitches. The only thing that I don't like about today is a friend of mine who is a Long Beach State alumni, big booster named Billy Bryant, would have loved to be here at this moment. I grew up with him. He was always a 49er, a dirtbag as it went along, and I'm kind of sad that Billy's not here to see this live. Buck knows him, all the alumni know him. That's the worst thing about today for me, and I think about him every time I walk in this yard.
All right, we'll open it up for questions, and remember to speak up. Robert.
John, congratulations. How did you go about preparing for what I'm assuming is maybe the biggest game that you've ever pitched in your career?
Just like I would do any other game. I think the biggest problem is some people get wrapped up and make this game more than it actually is. So I just went about it like any other game. Just I knew Long Beach was an aggressive team and just tried to throw strikes, and it worked.
Luke.
John, what did it mean to you to stay in there and finish it out? Coach Vanderhook could have taken you out, at some point in the game. You were able to finish, saw a lot of energy after the final out. What did it mean to you?
It meant a lot. I mean, that was my first complete game in 3 years, and to have it be on this stage against Long Beach, against our rival. Also, just for us to play one more game with each other. I think that gets lost in the day-to-day is that we get to play another game with each other. I mean, these guys are brothers to me, and I'm just happy that we get to play at least 9 more innings together.
Mark.
Rick, what's Colton been like since he came back, and when it happened?
No, he saw the best doctors. Him and Justin, our trainer, I think, did a good job. I wasn't going to rush him. Last time against Long Beach, he went 4 2/3. He went 6 2/3 at Stanford last week. We were lucky to get him back at the right time. This will be, I want to say, his 6th opportunity in a row. So he's seasoned enough to do this. And we're lucky to have him back. Not everybody gets that. But I think Justin worked out a good time schedule for him if we get into this situation. And we're in it. And so it's a good spot.
Mike.
For Chris and Tim against Smith, who you hadn't scored off on this season, what did you guys see from him today? What was different about today?
We knew coming into this game that he was the ERA leader or something like that, so we knew that we just had to stick to our approach. When we got guys on, we were just going to really make sure we capitalized on it this time. I think the past 6 or 7 games now that we've played them, we've left a lot of guys on base and haven't been able to do that, but today we stuck to what we were trying to do and got it done.
I'd say we'd be more aggressive and just seeing the ball up and letting the ball down, just spin on it and see it up a little bit better.
Did his stuff seem different today?
No, I thought his stuff was doing really well today. We just, in my at-bats, I was able to get a couple pitches up. I got a capper and a jam shot today that were able to fall through, but I thought he pitched great. We just took advantage of the pitches that he did leave up.
What was that 3rd inning like for you guys? It seemed like everything was kind of falling. You could find a hole, or even they made a couple mistakes today.
Yeah, once it gets rolling, we had, I let off that inning, and then after that it was just like hit after hit after hit, and it got contagious and kept going.
Yeah, just find holes. We put good swings on it, and the ball just went where it wanted to go.
Jill. Robert.
John, a couple minutes after the game, your fans were still out there chanting your name. What was that like for you?
Goosebumps. That was something I will never forget for the rest of my life. They did it when I went out, and then it got me really nervous, and I think I threw one to the backstop, and I got really scared there because I knew Hook was watching, and I thought he was going to pull me right after that. But so I knew I had to get my emotions under control. And but I mean, for the fans were great the whole entire game. Superfan is renowned in baseball for being one of the best fans in the game, and it's going to be a huge help to have him tomorrow, and we're really excited.
Did he make it the whole game?
Yes.
Nice. Because it's a choice sometimes between him or I who's going first.
Coach, considering the postseason pedigree for you guys and the history of this rivalry, do you think that gives you an advantage tomorrow that maybe...
No advantage. It's tee it up toe to toe. The Big West against the Big West. It's going to be a blast.
For Chris and Timmy, just to follow up on that, how much do you guys embrace a winner-take-all scenario?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really get much better than this. Winning today just sets us up for tomorrow. The score doesn't really matter. They're still going to come out and play hard. And it's, I mean, like Cookie said, it's going to be a blast. This is what it's all about tomorrow.
It's just another game, just another guy against the rivals.
Like at the end of yesterday's game and the first couple innings of this game, you guys have been leaving a lot of guys on scoring position. Frustration level starting to build, and which hit do you think really kind of let everybody relax?
I think the air in center field kind of loosened up us on the backside. We've left some guys on. We did it up at Stanford. But at least you're getting them on. I mean, if you're not getting them on, then you're not leaving them on. So yesterday we didn't get them on, so we didn't have any chance to get them in. So, I mean, you got to get on first, and that's the first step to be able to score some runs.
Mike?
John, you pitched out of trouble a lot today to keep the zeros going. How were you able to do that? It seems like you pitched a lot better this year with people on base.
Got past 5 innings, man.
You know, I mean, I guess just embracing the moment, I guess, you know. Going into this game, there's going to be a lot of emotions. There's going to be a lot of fans bickering back and forth that you heard throughout the game today, and just got to learn to kind of control your emotions. I mean, I will be the first one to tell you I'm an emotional guy, but I think today, when I was in the game, you know, I was during the actual inning, I think I was doing a good job of keeping my emotions in check. I mean, I would throw a good fist pump in there afterwards just because it's a big spot and it's a big game. But, I mean, I think at this game, I think whoever controls their emotions the best is going to win the game.
Mark?
Timmy, what's it like to be here right across the street from where you went, and how much time have you been here over here?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of full circle for me. This is the field I grew up in high school playing on. I grew up watching the Dirtbags all the time, and now to be able to play them in a super regional for Cal State Fullerton as their rival, it's pretty awesome. It means a lot. Now game 3, it's even bigger.
All right. Thank you, guys. Good luck.